Good morning, student. As we all know, precaution is better than a cure. So please take precautions about COVID 19 and stay home and stay safe and healthy. Also, take care of your family members. Let's start our session. Before starting, next point of this unit, that is services and components of operating system. Just recall what we have learned in previous session. In previous session, we were discussed common services of operating system. An operating system provides an environment for the execution of programs. Operating system provides many services for smooth functioning of overall system. This figure shows the view of operating system services that are user interface, program execution, I/O operations, file systems, communications, resource allocations, accounting, protection and security, error detection. User interface. The user interface, it is environment where user can write their program in text form. It provides the interface between user of computers and computer hardware. The user interface is classified into three categories, that is command line interface. It gets and processes the next user request and launches the requested program. In some system, the command interface may be incorporated directly into the kernel. Next, that is batch interfaces. Batch interface allow a common command environment which gets executed one by one sequential. User creates a batch file which contains multiple executable commands in a sequence. This batch file is executable to execute the set of commands included into it. Next, graphical user interface. This figure shows the graphical interface of mobile system like this desktop system. It provides the interfaces by using pointing devices like menus. Now, operating systems provides environment in which programs are run. The services of operating system includes program execution, I/O management, file system manipulation, communication, error detection, accounting, protection, resource allocation. In previous session, we learned detail of these services. Now, in short, we see these all services of operating system. The services for user, those services are program execution, input-output management, file system manipulation, communication, and error detection. In that, first, program execution. The program execution, in this type of services, the operating system should provide the facility to enter the user program, that is program creation, facility to load the program in memory, and facility to execute the program. After execution, the program should terminate either normally or abnormally by indicating errors. If the program executes successfully, then it is terminated normally, and if the program has error, then it is terminated abnormally. That means forcefully. Next, input-output operations. The operating system is responsible for transferring data to and from I/O devices, including keyboards, terminals, printers, and storage devices. A running program may require input and output operations to be performed. This input-output may involve a read or write from a file or an I/O devices. The user program cannot perform I/O operations directly. The operating system should provide some I/O operations on the behalf of user. File system manipulation. The operations like creating a file, deleting a file, open a file, close a file, read a file, write a file are provided by the operating system for manipulation of files by the user. These services are available in the form of system calls. For example, in file menu, we just click the new button and a new file is created. We click the open button, a file gets open. We click close button, the file gets closed. We click delete, the file gets deleted. All these operations are performed by the operating system with the help of system calls. Next, communication. If there are multiple processes which are running on the same system and they want to communicate with each other, then the operating system should provide the communication between the processes. Processes of one system can communicate with the other processes running simultaneously on the same system. If processes are available on different systems, then the process of one system can communicate with the process of other system through a network. The operating system provides techniques like email, electronic messaging. The user program may be customized to the specific of the hardware through which the message transmit and provide the services interface to the operating system. Error detection. In these services, the operating system continuously checks for the error in any part of the system. Errors may occur in different operations like CPU and memory, I/O devices, user programs. For example, in CPU and memory, error may occur due to malfunction, device failure, or memory error. In I/O devices, error may occur due to parity error, card jam in card reader, or printer out of paper. In user program, error may occur due to arithmetic overflow, attempt to access illegal memory location, or too much use of CPU time. These services for the user. Now, the services for OS itself. Those are accounting, protection, and resource allocation. In that, resource allocation. There are two types of resources which are available on the system. These are hardware resources such as CPU time, memory, and I/O devices. Second, software resources includes files or programs. For both type of resources, operating system is the manager. Whenever resources are required by the processes, operating system should allocate the resources to the process. In case of single user system, there is no problem of resource allocation. But when there are multiple users, then resource allocation becomes problematic. The operating system has to handle the situation in which in such a manner that every user should get the use of resource whenever they demand. Accounting. It means keeping track on which user use how much and which kind of computing resources in order to improve the computing services of the system in future. Next, protection and security. User needs to secure the information from unauthorized user as well as the other user working on single user and multi-user operating system. In single user system, the user should be restricted from accessing the operating system area. But in multi-user system, protection should be provided between different users, that is, one user process should not interfere with the process of other user. These are the services of operating system which are common in class. Today we are going to discuss the common system components. First, we will see what is the components of operating system. A system has large and complex as an operating system can be created only by partitioning it into smaller pieces, means to provide large number of functions and very large number of services, an operating system will become very large and complex. In such a situation, it becomes necessary to break down the operating system into modules or smaller parts. Each part will handle well-defined functions and services. So, we can call each major part as a components. An operating system has common major components. These are process management, main memory management, file management, input-output system management, and secondary management. Now, we are going to discuss these system components are learned detail one by one. First, that is the process management. A process is a program in execution. A process needs certain resources including CPU time, memory, files, and I/O devices to accomplish its task. A process is the unit of work in a system. The activities which involves handling of a particular processes or process is known as process management. A process is a program under execution. For example, a compiler running some block of code is a process. A word processor running is a process. Printout sent to a printer is also processes. A process is considered as a job or a time-shared program. A process needs certain resources such as CPU time, memory, I/O devices, and files to accomplish its task. These resources are provided when processes is running state. A program stored in a file on disk or written on a paper is not a process. It is a passive entity. Process is an active entity with a program counter that specifies the next instruction to execute. The execution of a process must be sequential. The CPU executes instructions one after another until the process completes. A process is the unit of work in a system. The task executed by the CPU is referred as a process. It could be a program execution which gets executed, or it could be internal system task executed by CPU. The operating system manages many kinds of activities ranging from user program to system programs like printer spooler, name server, file server, Each of these activities is called as process. While executing a program, different resources are required. So obviously, these resources become the part of processes. For example, if we execute a program where we need to find different information related to file, then an input required is name of file. So process even deals with input and output through programs. In short, a process requires input that include the complete execution components like code, data, program counter, register, OS resources in use. Important thing to remember is that a process is not a program. A process is only one instant or movement of a program in execution. For example, a formula execution, that is, calculation is a program, could be a process. Process is unit which measure the work done by the system. CPU executes the processes, so process management is required throughout the execution. Many processes can run on the same program. Process management is an activity which is handled by operating system. There are some activities of an operating system related to process management. These are process creation and deletions of system and user process. That means this activity creates and deletes the users as well as system processes. Next activity, process suspension and resumption, means this activity suspends means temporary stop like pause and continues the process as per situation which occurs in the system. Next, mechanism for process synchronization. Process synchronization is very important as synchronization ensure the coordinations of different processes which run at a time. Synchronization is required when one process may give some input to other process and then execution of second process proceeds. Next activity, that is mechanism for process communication. Process needs to communicate with each other to ensure its full execution and smooth running of multiple processes by using different resources at a time. These are some common activities of process management. Next component, that is the main memory management. Main memory is a large array of words or bytes, each with its own address. It is a repository of quickly accessible data shared by the CPU and I/O devices. First, the main memory is central to the operations of a modern computer system. There are basically two types of memories in computer system. Primary memory, which includes RAM, ROM, PROM and EPROM. Secondary memory is a mass storage which includes hard disk, floppy disk, CD, DVD. RAM memory is the major part of primary memory or main memory, which is a large array of words or bytes. Each words or bytes has its own memory address by which it is referred. CPU mainly deals with main memory to execute input-output calls given by it. Its all instructions are executed using main memory. Main memory provides storage that can be accessed directly by the CPU. That is to say, for a program to be executed, it must be in the main memory. The main memory is volatile storage device. It, lo- it, it loses its content in the case of system failure. To improve both CPU utilization and response speed, several programs are kept in memory. Main memory acts as interface between CPU and I/O devices and accesses data easily. The CPU processes data from disk. The data is first transferred to main memory by CPU generated I/O calls. When a program is to be executed, it must be mapped to absolute addresses and loaded in the memory. As the program executes, it accesses program instructions and data from memory by generating these absolute addresses. When the program is executed, these memory space are reused for the next program. When program to improve CPU utilization and speed of computer, several programs are kept into memory. Many different memory management schemes are available to handle different situations. The functions or responsibilities of main memory management components of operating system are keep track of which part of memory are currently being used or by whom. That means to keep a track of part of memory which are currently being used and by whom. This facility to know how much memory is free and occupied by which processes. Next, decide which processes to load when memory space become available. And last, allocate and deallocate memory space as needed. This is the main memory management. Next, the file management. A file is a collection of related information defined by its creator. Commonly, file represents programs and data. A file is defined as collection of related data. A file could be a program, that is a collection of executable statements. It could be a simple data file which stores data defined by its owner or creator. Computer can store file on the disk, that is secondary storage, which provide long-term storage. Some examples of storage media are magnetic tape, magnetic disk, and optical disk. Every media from these media has its own characteristics like speed, capacity, and data transfer rate and access method. These devices are basically categorized on their capacity and even size. One of the main functions of an operating system is to decide where and how to store the data on the disk. It is assumed that storage devices store data in the locations called as tracks sectors. There is a special system which take care of files and directories. Directories are memory location which stores or organize files into it. File system normally organized into directories in is their use. These directories may contain files and other directories. A file consists of sequence of bits, bytes, lines or records whose meaning are defined by its creator. Files are normally organized into directories to ease their use. There are some functions or responsibility of the file system management of operating system are the creation and deletion of files, the creations of and deletions of directory, the support of primitives for manipulation files and directories, mapping files onto secondary storage, and file backup on stable storage media. These are the activities of file management. Thank you.